everyone, this is just a little Pride video, Pride Month video that we thought we would do because there's some prompts going around Instagram where it's like one a day for a month, but we're really bad at keeping up on that. So we are be surprised, but so we just thought it'd be better to just do it all in one video instead. So yeah, so we're gonna do as many as we can in a video.
Quick fire.
So introduce yourselves.
Sarah.
Laura. Sexuality?
Lesbian.
Same. We're doing really well. 3 is how we met.
At work.
At work.
In London.
10 years ago, or maybe 10 and a half or so now.
Yeah.
And yeah, how we got together is day 4. Is that well, we didn't originally like each other. I'm sure this has been covered in other videos, but we didn't originally. And blog posts. Like each other when we first met.
Obnoxious American.
And like a total downer over here. So
it's getting more dramatic over the years.
Yeah. Just thought she was a bit just didn't talk.
Stuck up British, I think was the original.
Okay, yeah, okay. You're right. Stuck up British. I just forgotten.
A downer.
A downer, you know, like you just weren't excited about anything. Anyway, and then over the course of like 4 months or so, we got to know each other by working long event days together, and then we became like best friends for like 6 weeks.
We realised that we had the opposite traits, and actually we worked well together, and that's where our friendship started.
Yeah, and then we actually got together on a night out.
Because Laura wanted a lesbian fling.
I did.
I was a bucket list item.
Here I am, 10 years later. But yeah, and we got together on a night out for a friend's birthday, and then the rest was history, really.
Yep, we pretty much Googled.
Yeah, we really did. Then the next one is our coming out stories. Well, so the day after we got together, I then went to Australia for a month to visit my family, and I towards the end of it, I spent the entire month trip walking to and from the internet cafe to message Sarah and on Facebook Messenger. And when towards the end of it, I was walking on the beach with my mom, and I just told her that I was dating a woman, and my mom had the opposite reaction to what I thought she would have, which was that she was not surprised by it. I was. So, but no, she said that I had an infatuation with a girl on my softball team when I was 8. And so she was not surprised that this had happened. And I was like, oh, I remember that girl. Yep. And now I've got this girl. And yeah, and then she told my dad and my brother. And so I never really told them, I guess. And now it was just it.
Yep. Mine was the total opposite, and there's been plenty of blog posts and things covering it. My parents were not happy about the situation, but 5.5 years on since we got married, they are now entirely different. Love Laura probably more than me. So it's been a real it gets better story, and I think actually on reflection I learned a lot of lessons about how the fact that I should have been more upfront with them. I think I kind of gave them false hope that potentially I was not going to stay with Laura by saying that I was, I think gay for Laura was the phrase I used rather than I'm actually a lesbian. And I think part of that was my own coming out journey. I think part of that was our coming out journey.
Yeah, because we both did that. We were the first girl that each other had been with. Actually, this probably would do itself. You could do an entire video about the subject. We were gay. We had been with girls before, and so we originally explained it that we were straight except each other, which I think was probably really confusing.
But sexual fluidity and growing up and going through it all, I think, as I say, it's only on reflection. I don't think we could have done anything differently at the time.
We would have
But had we maybe have known more LGBT people or had more people in a similar situation, we could have maybe talked it through wider. But for us, it was unknown territory, and I don't think the way I handled it really created a good situation. But as I say, we now focus on the future, focus on the positives,
and all
everything is great
with both families, which is great. Everyone's very happy families. Favorite thing about each other? Well, yeah, we're complete opposites, and I think I love how my favorite thing is that I have a lot of weird and wonderful ideas and schemes, and I get to really throw myself into things, and Sarah's my greatest support, which is just I really appreciate.
Tiring.
I feel like you really just get stuck in sometimes. You're probably like, what in the world are we doing? Yeah. But I love that about Sarah. She's a real get things done kind of person, and so if she's on your side, then you'll go so far in life because she's one of those people.
Well, I think my favourite thing about Laura is the fact that she does have those weird and wild ideas, because without her I would sit comfortably watching TV every single night. Instead, we barely turn on the TV. Life is different every single week. There's always plans, there's always adventures, there's always the next thing. And while it is absolutely exhausting at some points, I'd say that at the end of a day where we've done a photo shoot, been to Warwick Castle, been to IKEA, and it's now about 10 p.m. on a Saturday night.
And we're doing a video.
So yeah, on top of working a full-time job, which sometimes I don't think Laura remembers that we have to fit that in.
And we've got a child.
And we have a child and a dog. But no, it is my favourite thing, because if we didn't have Laura doing it, I certainly wouldn't be the one doing it. So it's absolutely my favourite thing. And I feel like if we're going to answer every question in this much depth, we're going to be here for...
But we're skipping a few.
Okay,
like,
for
just 28,
for
like
30
different.
days.
And remember how quickly we went through the first 3.
Okay. That's good, that's radical.
Fun facts about us as a couple. Okay, what did we decide we were going to say?
First female couple to get married at Westminster, or in Westminster, as in the district, not the Abbey.
And we decided we'd been to 17 countries together so far. And then...
We've been on national TV and in national newspapers.
Yeah.
For being in love.
Yeah.
For love is love. For getting married on the first day it was legal in the UK.
Yay. Fun facts about the other person. Sarah once got a drink bought for her by Prince William. The full story.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to
he knocked me over in a club, and I grew up not far from Windsor, so he and Prince Harry were quite often out where we were. And I was leaving, he was coming in, he came in with a bit of force, knocked me over, and when I stood up he apologised and got his, bodyguard at the time to buy me a drink. So by proxy...
Sarah could have been Kate Middleton.
Thank God I'm not. But yes, he bought me a drink by proxy. And your fun fact...
that you've forgotten is that I have 3 passports.
Oh! That she has 3 passports. Australian, American and English.
Yeah.
So in marrying her, I got 2 of them. Yay! And I gave her 0.
Yeah, should have come with a different passport.
Sorry.
Okay, first date was Sarah, I'd never tried bird's eye potato waffles. Which, I mean, if you're in the States and you've not had them, you should look them up.
You're missing out.
They're strange,
yeah.
but yeah, enjoyable. And so Sarah thought she had to rectify that, so she invited me over for bird's eye potato waffles,
the waffly
frozen chicken burgers, baked beans, and to watch Paris Hilton's British Best Friend.
Yay! Well, I was getting my own British best friend, and a little bit more.
Yeah. You know how to treat a girl. Best date. Was we've had a good amount of really good dates, but probably in Santorini on the last night that we were there for our 2-year anniversary.
2-year wedding anniversary, spectacular sunset, amazing food, wonderful cocktails, and I feel like most memorable date, probably that one. Yeah. I feel like best date is like literally any time we have together. Yeah. Like just the 2 of us.
A takeaway.
Fake festival last weekend. Like just dancing in the tent. Yeah. Brilliant. Loved it. So yeah, anytime we have together.
Anything that we can spend time together. See, we can skip that one. First and last selfie. Life motto. our life motto.
Well, actually, it's links to the next one, doesn't it?
Tell us something we don't know. Okay.
Ooh.
Something that you may not know.
We've been working on a project.
We have. We've been
Configuring?
rebranding? I don't know. Redoing our blog.
Yes.
And our social media, etc. will be changing to
Shortly.
the Smith story.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to reflect our whole family and the fact that we do a lot of family stuff now. It's not just Sarah and Laura.
Yeah.
That's Laura. So our life motto, so our little tagline says the Smith story, little moments, big adventures. And I feel like that is something that we've done a lot of throughout our entire 10 years together.
Yeah.
If you followed us for a very long time, you might have remembered
Sprezzatura.
that we were originally called Sprezzatura, which no one could pronounce.
But roughly translated as appreciating the little things and little moments in life.
Yeah, and which is something that it's so important to us.
Yes. So yeah.
So it's kind of a more pronounceable return back to Sprezzatura.
Yes. It's a motto and a way of life for us, anyway.
Yeah. Our first Pride was both in London.
Yeah, together.
I've
No?
been to.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's right.
I went to Pride
Awkward.
before.
Yeah.
But in London. Favorite memory? Well, probably memories of our wedding day, I suppose.
Yeah.
Definitely were.
Annabelle's birth.
And Annabelle's birth, probably two of our biggest
bringing
memories.
home Bisbee.
That was great.
Moving into our house.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't pick one.
A lot of trips. I don't know. We've had
Yeah.
a lot of memories. We've been together a long time, guys. Favorite thing to do?
Nothing.
Yeah. We don't get to do nothing anymore. Ever.
No,
So-
favourite thing to do is just spend time as a family.
Yeah.
I think it's
Whether
literally...
that's doing nothing.
Yeah, we try to have, if I haven't been away for work, we try to have an hour every evening where we just sit down as a family, so with Annabelle and Bisbee, and we just play.
Yeah.
And we just make up silly games, silly faces, silly songs. We wind Bisbee up because that makes Annabelle smile. It's just our time to try and make sure that all of us have had time together.
Yeah.
And I think that's my favourite thing to do currently.
That's a good thing. Good answer. Childhood photo we can skip because this is not that medium. Dream date.
Any date with you?
Yeah. Oh, so nice. I would say my dream date would be in a different country, so to do with traveling, but
Right. See you later.
with Sarah. Though,
Oh, okay.
To clarify.
Right, we can skip the next one. Describe your partner.
Describe. I mean, yeah. So you are. Sorry, I was reading through the ones you skipped. Sarah is intelligent and she is funny, witty. She's very uncomfortable with compliments. She is beautiful, stubborn, and you're wonderful. And you are everything to me.
You stole that from me.
Not
that we rehearsed these, but I asked for the
quick
questions
run-through.
in advance, and that was my line. But
No.
you're welcome to it. You're welcome. Laura.
You said that I was your world. That is very different.
Okay. Laura is my world. No, Laura is incredible, determined, an amazing organizer, a wonderful friend to me and just about everyone else. So incredibly helpful, just almost too nice. It's certainly to other people because I'd like her to be nicer just to us, but you know.
Nice to you.
No, you are to no, I just want you to be nice to us. Be
Okay.
less nice to other people. Yes, you are lovely to us.
Thank you.
Strong, physically, mentally, emotionally, just, I admire Laura so much. Everything that Laura has been.
My mind looks shit.
Don't swear.
Shoot. It looks shoot.
Well, anyway, Laura is my world.
Thank you.
I have, since having Annabelle, realised
Yes,
that
she's a great
actually-
mother. Sarah's a great mother.
No, I have noticed how incompetent I am just as
No.
a human. No, because Laura just does so much of the unseen stuff in our life. Honestly, she left us without instructions for Annabelle's lunch yesterday,
Yeah.
and I managed to feed her entirely fruit for a snack, thinking fruit is good for her, and I got told that
good.
fruit it's very
It
full
wasn't
of
just
sugar.
fruit. It was fruit, and it was fruit yogurt,
It
her
was a fruit yogurt,
desserts.
yeah.
Fruit.
It
comma,
wasn't the
yogurt,
best
comma, dessert.
on
It was
review.
like all the sugar we will give her
So
was
Laura,
given to her for a
Laura
snack.
keeps us
I was
alive.
like, anyway,
Okay,
it was
right.
not a big deal.
We should move on.
Well, thank you for those nice words, darling. And
Right, LGBT advice.
LGBT advice would be
I think we kind of gave that up front. But
to be yourself,
be yourself,
be confident in who you are.
and be honest that you might be on a journey. So,
yes.
but don't kind
Learn
of
from us.
don't be afraid of that journey. But also don't be afraid if you've found yourself, know yourself.
Yeah.
You know, don't be afraid to share that, because actually, you know, it might take people a while to either adjust their expectations, understand what you're going through, understand what your choice is in terms of coming out, or, you know, obviously you have a choice in that, but some cases it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah.
So I think just giving people time, understanding that maybe their view of the world is more sheltered than yours, or in less informed. Is that the right way of saying it? Because actually, for us, awareness has changed significantly in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
When we first got together, Instagram wasn't a thing. That makes us sound old. Instagram wasn't a thing. To find couples just like us, you really had to search for specific blogs. You know, nowadays, you could just type in 2 girls and you'd have a flood of couples to go and follow.
Which actually ties into the next quote, the next one, which was why we're proud to be LGBT. And that was your answer, wasn't it? That
yeah, I'm proud to be part of it. I'm proud that we are out there sharing our lives to normalise it. I'm glad that we create awareness within our society, but also outside of our society. I think we both pride ourselves in being normal. You know, we don't turn up with agendas. We don't run around with rainbow flags at every occasion, but we will.
except in June.
But we will take any and every occasion to inform people and to let them express their ideas and debate it I was going to say positively, but also
And to answer
proactively.
questions as well. There are a lot of people in my work life who don't know any.
Laura has a bit of
couples.
a what's the word? Spinning door.
Yeah, of people asking questions that maybe they shouldn't ask. I don't know, but just like, you know, I feel like I try very hard to not be judgmental of the questions that I would maybe find too intrusive. Anyway, but we're proud to be such a part of such a great community
that is doing that.
That is doing that,
putting
raising
their
awareness,
lives,
changing minds,
putting their lives out there. You know,
and
for
it's not
other
always
people to
easy
see.
for a lot of people, and it's we're very proud to be part of such a unique community of people who are just being themselves.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else in here? Yeah, we've got
Kind of went through to the world.
Yeah, worst habits.
Oh gosh. Well, that's not the nicest one to...
No.
Well, I think we kind of covered that. Laura organises too much in a 24-hour period. Is that a worse habit? I don't know. It just means that there's not always a lot of time for sitting and watching TV.
It's one of those worst habits you'd say in a job interview. You know,
it is like, oh, the worst thing about me is I work too hard.
Yeah.
But
I do. I do too much planning, and there's too much going on at any given time in my head. And,
but on the flip side...
And then Sarah can't concentrate on more than one thing.
Yes. On the flip side, I'm not the easiest
not
person
a multitasker
to manage.
And so I'm there like with 100 things in my head, and I'm like wanting to ask Sarah questions, but I have to choose the appropriate time and not overwhelm her. So I end up
I
things
think
on my
part
own.
of it, not to excuse myself, but is because my job takes a lot of brain power.
Yeah, she's a big important lesbian.
And what I don't want to do is half-ass something that Laura wants me to do. I want to give it its correct time and effort, but what that then leads me to do is wait until I have time. And as you may have got the hint, I don't have
Where's this time?
So yeah, I own that worst habit. It's been a challenge throughout our entire relationship.
Yes, that's true. We'll always be very different on that. But I feel like
when I tried to
to
suggest that we only had one day a week to discuss wedding planning, that was possibly the worst thing I could have ever said.
for both of us, because I planned things without her. And she was really annoyed at that too.
So shall we end on a positive one?
Yeah.
Who inspires you on?
Yeah, who inspires us? I would say Sarah inspires me. She's
to keep going.
Just keep going. No, she's a wonderful wife, so thoughtful, and the way that she's been with Annabelle since she's been born has been incredible. I feel like I've seen a real change in the person that she is, and it's amazing. Like you were wonderful before, but you like you're just an incredible mother, and I think I really strive to be as good as you at it. And yeah, I love you very much.
Aww.
And then I would also say that my mom also inspires me. Both of our mothers do, but
Yes.
We've got some very strong people, women and men in our lives. We're very
Fortunate. Yes. Well, I have to obviously say Laura, not because you said me,
Yeah.
but I have to. After everything else I've said in this video, it would be
true.
weird if I was then like, the KFC man inspires me because he didn't start KFC until he was in his 60s. Fun fact.
That's another
Fun
thing
fact
I
for free.
love about Sarah.
I feel like I should have fact checked that,
loves
but
her
he was
facts.
old. He was way old.
She's really into facts.
I love facts.
Little known thing about Sarah. Unless
So yeah, our families and Laura inspire us, me, and I feel like there's almost, if you open it up, there's so many people out there.
yeah.
But I think the Andrew Moffat doing the No Outsiders campaign.
Yeah.
He still is in Laura's choir. So, like even local people that we know are out there doing big things.
Amazing things. Yeah.
And I feel like if you scratch the surface of your own community, like there are so many people doing so many amazing things. So we want to be a part of it. That's why we did this video. And Pride Month is a great time to be a part of everything.
Yes.
Pride related,
Be proud.
LGBTQIAT, should have stopped it,
Etc.
etc. But yeah, so I think if you know someone in the community, if you are part of the community, go loud.
Yeah.
I think my top says go proud on the back. And just, don't be afraid to be yourself.
It's a great note to leave
Thanks.
on.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride Month!
Bye!